you have clicked on this video, then you want to learn journaling to improve your life. But most people who start journaling fail because of one reason. They open a book, stare at a blank piece of paper, and they think some magic is going to happen. And if it doesn't immediately, they will give up. But the secret is there are only two reasons to journal, and you should know which one are you doing. Are you clearing or are you cleaning? Now, if you imagine your brain as a house, you can either be clearing out things from the house that you don't need, or you could be cleaning the stuff that you have, organizing it and arranging it nicely so you know what is where. For both of these things, there is a different journaling style that you should know. And in today's video, that is what I'm going to teach you. I'm Dr. Siddharth Warrier. I'm a neurologist, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed yet, after all of this, what are you waiting for? Do it, and you will see a lot more such videos on your timeline. Plus, it means a lot to me. So click right there. Now, if you are journaling to clear your mind, congratulations. It's something that all of us need to do. We are living in anxious times, and all of us are overthinking. We are all overwhelmed by the amount of things going on in our minds. And the only way to truly calm down is to be able to clear out some of those thoughts. Now, I follow a technique called morning pages. So every morning when I wake up, I take out around 10 to 15 minutes. I open my laptop and I start a new page where I simply write down all the thoughts in my mind. And initially it was a little bit of a struggle, but after I got the hang of it, I was able to start, and I wouldn't stop until I've written at least 500 words. If you're using a pen and paper, then I would say 3 pages is a good target to achieve. Start writing and don't stop until 3 pages are done. Even if you don't know what you want to write, just write, I don't know what to write. Just keep doing that until thoughts start coming out. Now, the neuroscience behind this is fascinating. Your brain has a default mode network. That is a part of your brain that is responsible for rumination. You will overthink, your mind will keep drifting, there will be mind wandering. And when you do free flow writing, that is the part that quietens down. All the extra thoughts and imaginary conversations in your head now finally have an outlet. Once you start writing and that part of your brain quiets down, now your prefrontal cortex gets a chance to speak. Now you can actually listen to the thoughts that you would like to think, that you are consciously trying to think. Remember, when you're doing free flow writing, there is no judgment. You don't even have to read those pages again. If you want, you can even toss them out or burn them, as I talked about in a recent reel of mine. The goal is to simply declutter, to simply get all the extra garbage out of your house so that only the valuable stuff remains. This is a technique that I would recommend if you are anxious, feeling overwhelmed, feeling emotional, or you are not able to focus. Now, the next and equally important aspect of journaling is the cleaning part. This is when you journal to organize everything in your mind and to get to know yourself better. This is where you develop insight and self-awareness. Now that all the noise is out of the system, you can think clearly. This is where you start structured journaling, when you attempt to answer a specific question to understand yourself better. And for this, I recently came across a really nice journaling book. It's by a company called Warrior, and I've been using this for the last 1 month now. Now, I'm going to quickly tell you what structured journaling means. Essentially, it's not about what you are doing each day or what are you thinking on a day-to-day basis. It's about understanding you as a person from different angles. So structured journaling involves things like emotional tracking, understanding what your emotions are on a day-to-day basis to see how they fluctuate over a period of time. It is to understand what your fears are, what your goals are. Are you intentionally setting your goals, or are you simply drifting? These things can only come from mindful writing, when you pick a question and you try to answer it on paper. Remember, you might be thinking about these things, but thoughts are deceptive. You can lie to yourself without even knowing that you are lying. Or in other words, when thoughts go from limbic emotion to prefrontal cortex language, that is when thoughts and emotions get structure. They turn from gas to liquid to solid. And only when it is solid in the form of words can you now play with it. Can you study it? That is the point of structured journaling. So let me tell you why I liked this particular journal quite a lot. The first reason is they've clearly put a lot of effort into making the book look nice. I really love the black color, and every page is designed to make you pause and give you a little hint on what should you think about today. So for instance, the emotional tracker has a lot of helpful words that you can track and just tick mark on what you are feeling. The pie of life chart helps you keep track of what have you achieved in different domains in your life over a period of time. I see elements of art therapy, creative writing, even free flow in some places. Now, this is not a journal that you would use as a diary. In fact, structured journals like this are not really meant for everyday documentation. Think of it more as a self-exploration journey. So you start from page 1, and as you go answering each question, like for example, what is the fear that you are having? Or if you have to arrange all of your stresses in a bucket, what should come at the bottom and what would come at the top? Simply answering these metaphorical questions forces you to think about your life and arrange your thoughts in a way that give you more clarity. Now, the interesting thing is 100 people can fill this book and not a single book will look the same. None of the drawings will be the same because everybody's self-image and the way they view their world or their own mind is different. And structured journals like this can help you see that. So how do you use both of these journaling techniques together? Both the clearing and the cleaning. The way I would do it is to take out around 15 to 20 minutes each day and divide it. So spend 5 to 10 minutes on the clearing part first. And once you've done that, and once you feel that sense of relief, now answer one question from a structured journal. Do this for a week and then come back to this video and let me know in the comments if you've noticed a difference in the way that you think, in the way that you feel. I'm genuinely curious to know. Now, as a bonus tip, I'm going to share with you a solution to a problem that has been bugging me for a while, which is, should you journal in a notebook or should you journal digitally? I have been struggling with this problem for more than a year now, and I have gone back and forth and I've finally understood the difference. Now, whether it's free flow journaling or structured journaling, you can use either notebook or a laptop or a mobile, and the benefit for that will be the same. You can use either one, no problem. People say that, oh, the feeling of a pen writing on paper is really good for the brain. But I have now found that even the feeling of fingers moving across a keyboard can stimulate your brain pretty well. What is the difference? The difference is when you are thinking and you have a pen on paper, you are not bound by structure as much. So when I'm doing free flow thinking or when I'm scribbling down ideas, I like to use a rough paper so that I can underline, I can draw, I can make a flow chart, cross out things, draw a diagram, things that are not easily possible on a digital platform, because there the platform forces me to arrange my thoughts into clean words and neat sentences. So that is the only difference. I have found paper and pen great for rough thinking, but if you're writing out in full words, convenience matters more than anything else. If the digital platform helps you remain consistent, then that is what is going to give you more benefit than trying to always carry a notebook with you. Before we end this video, this week's product recommendation is Wisemore's journal. I've been using this for the last few weeks and I genuinely like how it's designed. So if you're somebody who wants clarity and insight and not just emotional dumping, this is a good place to start. Try it out. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know and share this video with all your friends on WhatsApp, your family members, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone. Take care.